This Monday night, WSMS hosted the first home basketball games of the season against Rockwall Kane. Large crowds cheered the Lady Leopards on. 7th grade girls dominated all 3 games. A, B, and C all won their games by a large margin. The score of A team was 44-12. Kane was scoreless until late in the last quarter. B team killed it with 33 points, only allowing 4 points to be scored against them. And then C team monopolized the game with a score of 25-8.
7th grade boys were away, and both B and C pulled out big wins against Kane. B team won 51-15 and C team won 40-11. The A team was more competitive, with our boys coming from behind and nearly pulling off a win. The final score was 23-28. Our 8th grade boys will be home tonight, and the girls will be at Rockwall Kane. Players are hoping the crowds turn out to support the Leopards. The first game starts at 5:30.
Tomorrow night, our varsity Leopards football team take on Roy City in the 2019 Football State Championships, the 5A D2 tournament. Quarterback Ralph Rucker is expected to come back from an injury that put him out in last Friday's game against Frisco. Backup quarterback sophomore Noah Nadeau started off strong with a pair of touchdown passes to sophomore Dylan McGee, with a quick 14-0 advantage on their first 2 drives. But Frisco changed strategies and ended up beating the Leopards 17-35.
Our high school volleyball team is also in the playoffs. The game Tuesday night at McKinney Boyd High School played Frisco Liberty and was intense, playing 5 sets. The 4th set went 34-32 with the Lady Leopards winning. The next varsity game is regionals on Friday night at 7 in Red Oak.
Cross country is supposed to have a meet Tuesday here at WSMS, but the frigid temperatures and excessive wind forced the meet to be rescheduled. Wrestling is starting up, but also was canceled due to unforeseen damage to the school gym. Let's take a look at national sports with Kyle. So Kyle, how did our Cowboys do this weekend?
Last Sunday, the Cowboys faced off against the Vikings and lost 28-24. Dak Prescott threw for nearly 400 yards with 3 touchdowns, but they still couldn't pull off the win. This Sunday, the Cowboys head north to Detroit to face the Lions. The stats on Dallas's offense suggest they'll be able to surpass the Lions' defense. And Detroit's QB, Matthew Stafford, is still out with a back fracture. In college ball, Texas had a 27-24 win against Kansas State and is now ranked 22nd. Also, for the first time in 9 years, LSU upset Alabama with a score of 46-42, putting LSU in the #1 spot again. 7th grader Braden Gibson was at the game.
So, my parents woke me up real early and they surprised me with tickets to go to the game. So we just left real early, got there a little bit later in the afternoon, and yeah, that's basically just how it happened. Well, Bryant-Denny Stadium is the best stadium of all time. The atmosphere is just really cool. The SEC Nation and College Game Day was there. We got to see Lee Corso choose his pick. Sadly, it was LSU, but Bama, we're going to go undefeated on the year from now on and win the national championship. Well, Alabama didn't come out on top, but at the end of the day, we're still going to make the playoffs. Right now, we're ranked number 5, right below Georgia, which they shouldn't be in the playoff hunt right now. They lost to South Carolina. And I feel like we're going to make the playoffs, beat LSU in the first round, and then beat Ohio State in the championship.
On Monday, the Mavs played the Celtics and lost 116-106. And tonight, they match up against the Knicks at 7 o'clock. That's all for National Sports.